Good evening, one and all. I am the totally fabulous video game girl 64, and today I'm going to bring you another Pokemon online battling whatnot. And it's not Challenge Cup this time, so yeah, I actually played an overused match, even though I'm not good at them. And this is what I like to call a Ferrothorn sweep. So basically, I send out Ferrothorn, and the opponent sends out a Ninjask. And he sets up a substitute, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit here, and I'm going to use my Stealth Rock, and I'm going to set up my spikes, and I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have been trying to kill the Ninjask, because it's obviously trying to set up, it's trying to get a lot of speed. And I know Ninjask is, amazing at baton passing. So, I should have been trying to kill it as quickly as possible instead of setting up traps. But the traps came into really good use for this so-called Ferrothorn sweep. So, he's using X-Scissor on me, and we're both getting damage because I have Iron Barbs and all. And I think now, was it now or is it next turn? Okay, now I set up my spikes. So I've got Stealth Rock and 3 sets of spikes laid down. So that's going to do massive damage. Well, not massive, but it's going to do quite a bit to any Pokemon that tries to switch in. And Ninjask is, taking a lot of damage. Since, I'm going to start using Gyro Ball because I've got nothing else to do. I can't use Toxic because it keeps putting up a substitute. And it's got quite a bit of speed now. Times 5 speed. And at the end of this turn, it's going to get times 6. So it's going to be at max speed. And I just keep, breaking the sub because there's nothing else I can do. And at the moment, I don't care if my Ferrothorn dies because I already have all my entry hazards set up. I don't think this guy has a Rapid Spinner on his team. It just seems like more of a baton passing team, just trying to set up and then sweep. So I wasn't really worried about any Rapid Spinner. And so, Vaporeon goes for the Aqua Ring, and that probably is going to hurt. But I go for the Toxic, so that kind of cancels it out. But I did have a feeling that Vaporeon was going to baton pass to something else because it had the Aqua Ring set up and it starts setting up some Acid Armor. So I'm thinking hey, Vaporeon probably isn't the sweep. But I just kept attacking it with Gyro Ball because there's nothing else I could have done with Ferrothorn. I mean, 2 of my attacks are entry hazards, one of them's Toxic and the other one's Gyro Ball, and I really didn't want to switch out. And I am glad I did not switch out. You'll see it. It's coming up soon. It's coming up soon. And then it uses Baton Pass. And so the opponent sends out a Medicham. It gets hurt by Stealth Rock, and it gets hurt by Spikes. And I go for the Gyro Ball, and I get a critical hit, and I kill it. And this guy was, swearing at me. He's like, "You're gay! You got a fucking critical hit! You shouldn't be winning right now!" And all of his setting up has gone to waste, and I felt so happy. It was amazing. So he sends out a Smeargle, and I just keep using Gyro Ball, because there's nothing else I can do. And the Smeargle didn't even have Spore or anything. What's a Smeargle without Spore? I don't get it. I don't understand. So he tries to set up an Ingrain, but then my Gyro Ball kills the Smeargle, because it's a Smeargle, it can't survive an attack. That's why you put Spore on it. Anyway, so the Smeargle's down. That's 2 Pokemon my Ferrothorn has killed. Sends out Vaporeon, gets hurt by entry hazards, and it dies. That is 3 Pokemon my Ferrothorn has killed. So I'm super impressed with Pines right now because he's done an amazing job. And I sent out this Mr. Mime. For some reason, the sprite doesn't show up, but whatever, it's a ghost. And so, good play on his part. He predicted the toxic, so he sets up a magic coat. If I wasn't a steel type, I would have been poisoned. So, good play on his part. I finally switched out Ferrothorn and sent on my Dragonite, because I knew Ferrothorn, like, its time was done. But I sweeped half of his team with Ferrothorn, if you could even call that a sweep. I call it as a sweep, because it defeated multiple Pokemon in a row. And so, I'm here, and he's using Substitute, and I'm gonna start using Dragon Tail, trying to get it out of there. He just used Calm Mind, and so I just want it out. I don't want it to start baton passing again, and I don't think I'm gonna get as lucky as I did before with the critical hit Gyro Ball on the Medicham. So I'm just trying to get rid of this as quickly as I can. And then I win. Like, he forfeited. And this battle was, like, short and sweet, but, like, it was, like, awesome. It was, like, a Ferrothorn sweep. I don't get that often. That was, like, pretty awesome. Short battle, only 17 turns, but hey, I like battles short. I don't want to sit there for hundreds of turns. That's boring. Unless I'm the one stalling. Then I'm completely okay with it. Alright, so this has been Video Game Girl 64. I am over and out.